Guess who's back?
Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
The truth doesn't go anywhere just because you cover it up.
I don't like you, but I love you.
Hillsong is a megachurch, and Carl Lentz is the celebrity pastor.
Carl is so charming.
People idolized him.
There is a sense that pastors can be hot.
He was so special.
It was cool. Carl was this mega superstar, and then he just disappeared.
You do not want to be in this chair. I cannot stress it enough.
You really got a hold on me.
I had some major lies.
He said, I have been unfaithful.
You really got a hold on me.
Carl was fired by Hillsong leader Brian Houston, but there was something larger happening at this church. People were putting things together. Brian's unraveling was bound to happen.
They were protecting something. What are they protecting? Brian's pushing people to the limit.
Hillsong culture is loyalty to Hillsong.
There was a series of violent criminal acts against children.
Did you cover up your father's sex abuse?
They had meetings about not telling anyone.
You really got a hold on me.
It's child abuse, labor abuse, sexual assault.
You really got a hold on me.
We are fearful of what is ahead.
I've never seen anything like this.
This is a church we're talking about.
How about new?
I got bread in my pocket. 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 I got bread.
I got bread in my pocket, yeah. I got bread in my pocket, yeah. I got bread in my pocket, yeah. I got that bread in my pocket, yeah.
Bread in my pocket. I got bread in my pocket. I got bread in my pocket.
So how much bread does one person need? And take a look at this dude. Are we in church or are we in a club? But he hasn't dropped that Bible yet. You may be wondering why I'm playing this particular snippet. I feel like I'm in a club somewhere, just hanging out. The only thing missing here is a bar and some alcohol. But if you think this is bad, yeah, well, here you go.
We don't make it rain on booty cheeks. We don't make it rain on strippers. We only reverence one stripper. One stripper. We only reverence one stripper. And that's the one that took off glory.
No, could you repeat it? Because I can't bleed in ears.
We only reverence one stripper. And that's the one that took off glory to put on humanity. And then get butt naked on a cross. Get butt naked on a cross. Get butt naked on a cross. To die for both you and me.
You are one pathetic loser.
And so by the end of chapter 18, David, the hero, the celebrity, the giant killer, is David the outlaw. David the fugitive. He's on the run. He's a refugee.
Houston, we have a problem.
And David, the hero, who used to live in the palace, welcome in the court, had a beautiful home. He's in a cave. A cave. I don't mean like, poetic metaphor like a cave. No, a cave. 1 Samuel chapter 22, verse 1's on the big screen. Look at this biblical detail. David left Gath and escaped to the cave at Adullam. Check out 1 Samuel chapter 24, verse 3 on the big screen right now. Same thing, another cave. David and his men were far back in the cave. David's in the cave. Why? Betrayed. Someone he worked for, someone he served faithfully, turns on him, tries to kill him, takes everything he worked so hard to achieve. David had a home, he had a wife, he had things, he had position, he had a resume, a career, all gone. He's in a desert, in a desert, in a cave. In a cave, in the desert, and he's done nothing wrong. Christians, we talk weird. We say strange things. We have our jargon. Sometimes when Christians going through a hard time, they'll say, I'm going through a dry season. Going through a dry, would you pray for me? I'm going through a dry season. That probably comes from the Bible. You know, the Holy Land's arid. It's a desert climate. You know, life and water is a precious and rare thing there. David's going through a dry season. He's in a desert. He's in a cave. And when that happens to you, especially when someone else has messed you over, now I've messed myself up plenty. I've been my own worst enemy more than a few times. Anybody else? Put your hands together. Amen. Who's been stupid? Thank you. I've made mistakes. I've been sinful and stupid, and I've self-sabotaged my spiritual success. But when somebody else jacks you, betrays you, is unfair with you, takes something from you that you've worked so hard for, it is so frustrating. It is so discouraging. You're just tempted to stop. Why bother? Why grind? Why work? Maybe the whole God thing is not even worth it. Should I give up? David is in a cave in chapter 22. He used to have a beautiful home. He used to have a beautiful life. People were singing songs about him. He's all alone in a cave. And when you're frustrated like that, you just might want to quit.
Give me a break. That's a bunch of malarkey.
But thank you. I wish I didn't come to church today because I'm not a leader. I don't even have a title. I want to remind you what leadership is. What is leadership? Leadership is influence. And the good news is you have influence. With all of my heart, I want you to know that I believe that God has called you to be an influencer. God has called every single one of you to be an influencer. Key thought for today, we'll revisit again and again, because you have no idea how one conversation, one word of encouragement, or one expression of love might change someone's life. You have no idea how God might use one word of encouragement, one conversation, one moment of influence to change someone's life.
Why my eyes, sir? You've never used them before.
Who do you get in bed with? I'm gonna just lay here by myself and think positive thoughts. Oh Lord, I'm hot and bothered, but great is your mercy. Woo, woo. Thank you, Lord, for being my safe place in a time of need. Because I'm mad and I want somebody to hold me. I want something to make me feel comfortable. That's why a lot of y'all got a bunch of pillows. That pillow, you be making a whole person out of pillows.
You don't know what you're talking about.
And what happens is at some point, this doesn't fulfill you. So this is what we do. We invite people in cuffing season into our beds.
How dare you?
And they can be fake. We don't care who we cuddle with if it makes us comfortable. They can be fake. And they've been fake since we met them. But it don't matter when it's convenient. How you doing?
Just, you comfy? I just want to, we're not going to do nothing. I just want to, yeah, let me, I feel your heart. And somehow we convince ourselves that we can stay at this place of connection and nothing else happen. But the crazy thing is the person I'm cuddling with, I only got a piece of them. And so I think like, I know this is not real. I know this is not fully real. So let me see if I stay with them long enough, they'll bring out some other pieces of themselves. See, I know her like nobody else. Reach out and touch somebody's hand. She's not really giving me all of her yet, but if I make fake commitments.
No, could you repeat it? Because I can't bleed in ears.
Maybe I can construct something that looks. And I'm not gonna claim you in front of nobody.
First John chapter 4, beginning in verse 1. Beloved, do not believe every spirit, but test the spirits to see whether they are from God, because many false prophets have gone out into the world. By this you know the Spirit of God. Every spirit that confesses that Jesus has come in the flesh is from God. And every spirit that does not confess Jesus is not from God. This is the spirit of the Antichrist, of which you have heard that it is coming, and now it is already in the world. You are from God, little children, and have overcome them, because greater is He who is in you than he who is in the world. They are from the world, therefore they speak as from the world, and the world listens to them.